Debbie just got the worst news of her life. Look what the FBI just found after she thought it was destroyed. It's now being reported that the FBI has actively seized smashed hard drives from former Democrat Party Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz's IT administrator, who is currently under arrest. Awan is a Muslim Pakistani national who, along with his two brothers Abid and Jamal, was hired to do IT work for multiple Democrat members of Congress. The brothers managed IT services for several Democrats representatives, including members of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, but Awan and three of his relatives are now under criminal investigation for serious violation on the House IT network. They had access to the emails of more than 24 House Democrats via their IT roles in order to gather information to sell to whoever wanted it. But this summer, Imran Awan abruptly picked up and moved out of his longtime home following the February revelation of a criminal investigation into his and his family's conduct when it came to the handling of sensitive information stored on congressional servers. Before leaving, Awan rented his home out to a military couple. His tenants, a Marine Corps veteran man married to a Navy officer woman, said the Awan family were desperate to rent the home out and left in a huge hurry. He went on to say that he found wireless routers, laptops, and multiple hard drives, which looked to be government issue and looked like they tried to destroy laptops, which the Marine says he has now turned over to authorities. The Epoch Time reports Congressman explains case around Democrats and Awan brothers. A criminal case around a Pakistani information technology worker tied to former Democratic Party leader Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz is expanding into a case of corruption that may involve Democrat officials, fraud and blackmail and other potential crimes. You can be sure of that. During an October 10th meeting between experts on the case and four congressional House members, which was live streamed, Representative Scott Perry explained some of the history of the case, noting that some parts still don't fit together. The problem is proper investigation into the series of events doesn't seem to be taking place, he said. I think many Americans feel the same way. In 2016, the Inspector General of the House, OIG, tracked the network usage of the information technology worker Imran Awan and his associates and found that a massive amount of data was flowing from the networks, Perry said. Over 5,700 logins by the five Awan associates were discovered on a single server within the House, said Perry, and that server belonged to the then Democrat Rep. Xavier Becerra, who is now Attorney General in California. Of those logins, Perry said, 5,400 appeared unauthorized. He cited reports saying that Attorney General Becerra's server was actually housing the entirety of the servers of all the members' offices that employed Imran or his associates, all of it, the entirety. Perry added it's a clear violation of House policy. This would also mean, he notes, that up to 40 or more members of Congress had all of their data moved out of their office server or out of their cloud storage system and onto the Becerra server without their knowledge or consent. The Daily Caller reported in September that congressional technology aides feared that someone was using the data on Congress members for blackmail. It quoted Pat Sowers, who has managed IT for several House offices for 12 years, stating, I don't know what they have, but they have something or someone. It's been months at this point, and there had not yet been any arrests. In late September and early October 2016, the House OIG reported its findings to the Speaker's office, to Democratic leadership, to the Committee of House Administration, and to the House Sergeant at Arms and Capitol Police. The Capitol Police then began a criminal investigation into Imran Awan and his associates. Perry said Capitol Police required Awan to provide them with a copy of the Baqarah server and determined he provided them with a falsified image, likely with deliberate attempt to conceal the activities that they knew were against House policy and the law. You think? These facts, standing alone, indicate a substantial security threat at the least, but the events don't end there, Perry said. Then the case got even more strange. At midnight on April 6, a laptop and bag were found in a phone booth in the Rayburn House office building in Washington, and Capitol Police found its contents were linked to Awan and other U.S. officials. Perry cited the police report stating the bag contained a Pakistani ID card with the name Mohammed Ashraf Awan, a copy of a driver's license with the name Imran Awan, and a copy of the front and back of Awan's congressional ID card. The Apple laptop, meanwhile, had the home screen initials of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, which led some to believe it was tied to Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz. A video was released in May of Wasserman Schultz threatening the chief of police that there would be, quote, consequences if he did not hand over the laptop. Perry noted that despite the threat of consequences to the police chief, the police did not return the equipment, and the police continued their investigation of the computer. He added that Representative Wasserman Schultz had hired an attorney to represent her interests in the matter. In addition to the laptop and ID information, the recovered bag also contained, according to Perry, handwritten notes saying attorney-client privilege and possibly discussing case details, as well as loose letters addressed to the U.S. Attorney of D.C., the District of Columbia, discussing the apparent owner of the bag being investigated. Perry noted that the bag was recovered after Awan was banned from accessing the House Information Technology Network, but not before he was ultimately fired from Representative Wasserman Schultz. Capitol Police, he notes, banned Imran Awan and his associates from the network on February 2nd, and when the investigation started, Wasserman Schultz then fired Imran Awan on July 25th after learning about his arrest. Representative Louis Gohmert noted during the October 10th hearing that Imran Awan is now under indictment for bank fraud case, but noted he and his associates are concerned that other crimes may have been committed. Imran Awan and his wife, Enal V, were indicted on August 17th on 4 counts that are largely unrelated to the information technology scandal. Their charges include bank fraud for trying to obtain home equity loans and transferring the money to Pakistan. And I'm sure you've seen the threat of when Wasserman Schultz threatened the police. But now here is the issue that really should be bothering everyone. Who is Debbie Blabbermouth, quote, Schultz protecting with these people tooth and nail? She's protecting, sure. What do they know that she doesn't want the rest of us to find out? What was on those hard drives that warranted that they be physically destroyed instead of just, quote, bleached like crooked Hillary Clinton did with her email servers? Yeah, and I hope they get to the bottom of this, and I guess with Louis Gohmert and the Judicial Watch, they're pushing to get to the bottom of this, because the media is really not covering this situation. It seems to be sweeping it under the rug, I guess, to some degree. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.